Hello.
Yes, hello. Is this Johnny Rotten?
Who is this?
This is Don Silva, Good Times Magazine.
I can hardly hear you. Can you speak up?
Yes, sir. This is Don Silva from Good Times Magazine. Can you hear me?
Yeah, again, you're squeaking way in the background. I cannot hear you.
I apologize. You want me to try you back and see if...
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello?
Yes, hello. Can you hear
Yes?
me? Yeah, how you doing, Johnny?
Yeah, listen, your voice is so low in the background, I'm not going to struggle to... With Pill.
Right, yeah, and...
I'm no stranger not to anywhere in America. Life, love, and a variety of positions.
Cool. And you're gonna, do the whole album and everything?
I'll do what I like.
Right on, man. Now, does it ever...
This band don't follow the regular orders.
Right.
We are against the shitstorm, 100%, always have been.
Does it ever amaze you that the impact the Sex Pistols made in the 70s is still relevant today and it holds up? And
I see no reason why it shouldn't be. I don't see anybody doing it as honestly. I don't see anybody saying anything that means anything. I see a lot of very weak imitator bands who've just about got some of the GOVS ideas correct, but not a lot else. In a modern world where Kelly Osbourne is a punk, right?
Right on.
Please, are you challenging my perception of reality out there? Right? That's not a title for any old wannabe to grab onto. This is something you earn, and I've certainly earned my wings.
Damn right, you did it.
Fought long and hard and received no help from no one. And quite frankly, we're the better for it. We're going out on tour at the lowest price we can charge. We have no record company backing, never did. And we have no sponsorship deal. Nothing, in fact.
You guys...
We'll be lucky to break just about a little bit over even on this. And I have no problems with it at all. Because if you can't play live, don't bother.
Right on. And you guys have always personified the DIY ethic of do-it-yourself. And
you have to. You have to, because the second you expect someone to do it for you, then you are part of the problem.
Right on, man. Right on. Now,
you're either part of the solution or the problem.
Right on. And since, like, back in 76, 77, when you guys first came on the scene, have you seen the industry get any better towards the way you would vision it, or has it just gotten worse?
No, and it's become a lot worse, and a lot of the bands are helping it to be that way. When you get the very, very bourgeois corrupt shenanigans of, say, the likes of Limp Bizkit to Marilyn Manson, with the Offspring bouncing merrily somewhere in there between, it becomes a fiasco. These bands are highly motivated by incredibly expensive videos, and therefore it's a contrivance.
Right on, man. And what do you think would be the solution to that? What would be, what would be the answer?
Ignore them.
There you go.
They do no use. They do nothing but line their own pockets, which is all right. I have no problems with that. But they're not lining it with my money.
Right on. Now,
dollar well spent is my motto. And, well, you can go out on all the... What's that Wicked tour? Well, there's all these other punk tours going out there. No question to us. We're not asked. We're not even considered. Warped. There it is.
Right, the Warped.
We're not even considered part of a punk package. Well, who the fuck are these people to tell me that?
Yeah, right on. You pretty much...
Hello?
Yeah, you paved the way.
These are the same arseholes that tell me we copied the Ramones.
Right.
You know, such is the price of ignorance these days.
Exactly, and it just crazy, like that you guys aren't, like you call it, the Hall of Shame and the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
You guys should be a part of that because you revolutionized rock and roll and you're a staple of what.
Well, apparently not.
Right. that's ridiculous.
It seems to be that you can flood the place with imitators, and that be perfectly acceptable. But when if you want to rewrite history as quickly as that and get rid of the major game players, what have you got? You've got nothing. You've got nothing. You've got a hall of shame.
Exactly. And
it's not like I even give a flying fuck about the place.
Right.
Because I don't. I've never done this for awards and accolades. It isn't like that. But we do expect respect, and we do have a place in history, and we like it well known. Thank you.
That's true indeed, and you deserve it because of, you guys have gone through a lot to get where you are.
It looks like we're still going through it.
Right.
Not bad. 25 years of solid animosity, and right. I'm still here. That's right. Is history.
That's right, and I agree with you. And do you get frustrated when you look at what you've created, and then you see a band like, let's say, Good Charlotte or Avril Lavigne, and banking on it and cashing in? Does that touch a nerve?
Yes, it does. If that little bitch wants to cash in on something, she's got no fucking right to cash in on me.
Right on. Right on.
None whatsoever. Go and rip off some other little pop commodity, but don't treat what we do as merely clothing and affectation, because it isn't.
Right, and it seems that a lot of the statement that
I'm out to make the world a better place.
That's right.
A better dressed one.
Yeah, exactly. It seems to become more of a fashion
There's
statement.
not one original idea from these people, right down to the hairdo. What can I respect in them for that? Exactly. How dare they even open their mouths? While they're messing around in my old bin, my old dustbin full of thrown-out cast-offs, right. They should note a few things. It's my dustbin.
That's right.
Get the fuck out of it. And until somebody comes up with their own little world and their own individual way of looking at it, I'm not interested.
That's right, man.
I do not need anybody to tell me what is what. I have a mirror. Thank you.
That's right. And we are missing originality in music these days. Like you said, they're all stealing from you still.
It's ridiculous, and it shows such a lack of effort that these people should be despised for what they do. They're fake.
That's right. They are.
They're fake. Get rid of them. You don't need them.
Yep. And it seems like mainstream America loves the hacks. They love the copycats. I don't know why.
Yeah, well, it's because it's force-fed.
Right.
It's an industry-led corruption. If you can't get rid of punk, well, then incorporate it.
Right. Hot Topic,
and if young kids, we're all young and we all make dopey moves when we're young. But, grow up. Grow up quick, because you're just going to get rolled over. There's no space in this world for the dumb and hopeless.
Right. Now, the Dropkick Murphys are your opening band. What do you think of these guys?
Fine bunch of lads.
Right on, and they seem to have an original take on things with the little Celtic Irish vibe they got going.
I wouldn't say a Celtic Irish vibe is original.
Right. That's good point.
And unless, like me, they come from Ireland, I wouldn't really rate it too highly.
Right. Good point. I can't argue with you on that. Good point. How about Reverend Horton Heat?
Fucking great.
Cool.
Great. Seriously great. Both bands are great.
Very good.
In entirely different ways.
Cool. And are there any...
Right, and we'll see what the future brings.
Right on.
Right, but they're there. They're hard in their different ways, and I respect them.
Very cool. And that must mean a lot for those bands to hear that, too, because you're very honest.
I like to think so.
Yeah. There's one thing that...
According to the Drop Dead lot, their press agent reckons we're going for their younger audience, which astounds me.
Right.
Absolutely astounds me.
Right. That they would actually...
Yes, well, the Drop Deads have got to remember a thing or two. We hooked up with them because we put them on the bill at Crystal Palace in our anti-Jubilee celebrations last year.
Right.
Right? So they've worked with us, so we know each other.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah, this wasn't...
They should speak for themselves and not let daft Andy Summers types waffle on for them.
Right on.
They're beginning to make themselves look dopey.
Right. True indeed.
Right. Press kits are all well and fine, but be accurate.
True. Now,
right.
You've said...
Accuse me of pinching anything or trying to jump onto any bandwagon, like a punk bandwagon. I'm jumping on a punk bandwagon?
Right, exactly.
Go fuck yourself.
Where's the irony in that?
That's the joke of it.
Now, you've said many times in other interviews that the Sex Pistols only need to make the one album. What do you think would have happened if you did make another?
A record company would find a way of sponsoring a whole new bunch of bands to imitate that.
Right. That's true. But do you think...
Imitation is not a great form of flattery. It can be annoying. You know, I have enough of my own music without having to listen to somebody copying it.
Now,
a life. Will these people just get a life? I buy music because I like variety. I buy all kinds of music.
Right.
Incredibly different kinds of music. I don't want to hear the same thing regurgitated. I hate format.
Exactly.
Hate it. It's unnecessary, and anyone who willingly walks into a format and accepts the category is an idiot.
True.
Is a slave to the system.
That's right, and so many bands...
And whether it be a safety pin in your nose or a Britney Spears t-shirt, you're doing the same thing. Be careful.
That's true. People get sucked up into that whole pop culture mentality.
Uh-huh.
And then it's like I said, it sucks you dry of all your creativity.
Yes, well, like I said, we are not an affectation.
That's right. And that's what the thing that everybody...
And we're not mean-spirited either. And this isn't about self-loathing and hating the world.
Right.
Far from it. If there are problems in the world, go out and solve them. And you only do that by attacking them full on.
That's right.
Full on.
Now, did you ever think that when you guys first formed, that you would actually become an icon and a symbolic figure of the punk rock movement?
You may think I have. I don't.
Really?
I don't see myself as an icon.
Really?
An icon buster would be more like it.
There you go. But you don't think like that?
I don't put myself above anyone.
That's very cool.
They try and imitate me or try to out-rotten me, and then they've made a major mistake. Right? Because I don't put myself up in competition with no man.
That's good.
It's about that.
Right.
My whole life is the art of retaliation. If you suppress me, stifle me, stop my own creativity and my own opinion, you will get trouble.
Cool.
Because whether it be seen as arrogant or big-headed or whatever, I'm usually right.
Would you ever argue...
That's 98% more than anybody else.
That's
oh.
That's true. Now,
not bad for a three-legged donkey, huh?
Now, you've also said that you were determined to do a show over in Baghdad.
Yeah.
Is that still in the works? Are you still trying to push that and make that happen?
Well, I want to introduce the art of beer drinking to the Iraqis.
There you go.
It's lesson 1 in democracy.
And I think
comatose, and you won't know what's going on.
Now, what was your thought?
Nobody cares for those people. No one. It astounds me that people think I would be going there just to play to the troops.
Right.
To the troops in their own country.
Right.
Right?
So you would want to play just for the Iraqi people themselves?
That's right.
And give them a taste of what,
Of what's to come, if they want democracy or not.
Right. And this is...
And I come fully loaded.
Yeah, exactly.
And with full warnings, because I'm unhappy with many things in democracy.
Right.
And I think you should give people the full picture.
Exactly. And what better way to show...
Not my enemy. I am in no danger. Not ever.
Right on.
Not my enemy. They're just human beings.
That's true.
Right?
And what better way to show the...
There's more killing going on in East LA every night.
That's true.
Right? And you haven't invaded there.
That's true. Now,
and I don't treat Baghdad as a Mexican holiday resort either. This ain't Cancun.
Exactly. Now,
spring break in Baghdad.
That's the next MTV special.
Yeah. Don't worry, they wouldn't cover it.
Now, have any of your ideals when you were a young man till now, have you ever changed your mind and said, you know what, maybe I was wrong about this or that?
I've no doubt. But nothing major.
Right.
As you grow older, you learn more.
Right.
Nothing to be ashamed of.
Exactly.
I'm here to acquire wisdom.
Right. Exactly.
Not a beer belly.
And you shed so much light on with all your ideology and things through the years and your viewpoints, and I think that so many bands, even the imitators, have learned so much from you. And
I'm pleased for that, and I am, and I don't mind that, and I don't mind even the imitation so much as the lack of respect and ignoring where they took it from.
Right, exactly.
Right? If you're open and honest about what you like and want to be like something, that's fine. That's one thing. But when you open your mouth and start slagging me off and telling me you're real punk, you got a problem with me.
Right, exactly.
To hurt.
Like all these suburban Miami punk bands that,
No doubt, many of them are great, but the trouble is, it's the lousy ones that seem to rise to the surface.
True indeed.
Like scum, it floats at the top.
Now, what would you say is the biggest difference between Johnny, the Sex Pistol frontman, from Johnny, the grandfather?
None.
You're always the same
person. Very cool. Same person.
So there's no line. There's always the same guy.
I'm not acting.
Right.
Duh.
I know that, but sometimes people, like when you're on the stage...
Well, that's them. That's up to them and their misinterpretation.
Right on.
I just give it to you real.
Exactly. And you've always been a real person and never pulled your punches and were always very honest. And that's one thing that through history...
Yes, and I'm more than prepared to put myself down when I make a mistake and have done in the past. That's the way it is.
Right on.
It's a learning process, and none of us are perfect.
That's true.
But when I attack an institution and a government and a form of society, I do it full on, fully aware that could end up in a jail sentence.
Right.
And has very many times resulted in that.
Wow.
It's not everyone that can say they were discussed under the Treason Act in their own country.
Right, exactly.
That's the Sex Pistols for you.
That's right, and to go against the grain.
We were defeated in Parliament under the Treason Act.
Right.
Right.
Speaking out.
Which in Britain carries a death penalty, you must know.
Wow. Shit.
Right? That's a Sex Pistol for you.
That's it, man. The ultimate.
All right. Not a Canadian little foo-foo with a safety pin in her ear.
There you go.
There is a difference.
That's true indeed, my friend. Now,
and punk from a socialist Canada is a hysterical fucking farce anyway.
That's true. Oh, that's great. Now, has there ever been a line that you won't cross? Has there ever been a subject?
Yeah, I won't lie.
Very cool. Very good.
I will not. Well, there's many reasons for that, but I think the basic one is I've got a poor memory. To be honest.
Yeah, right. That's great.
Years of experience taught me that.
Now, I read that they are going to be making a movie based on the book Rotten No Irish.
Yeah, I'm doing that with Penelope Spears.
Oh, that's awesome, man. She's a great director. I like a lot of her work she has done.
Again, she's one of those people that does brilliant work in very many different fields, very many different kind of films, but always really honest.
Yeah, exactly. Like the
point, no bullshit with her.
Right.
So when you run into people like her, you cling on for dear life because they're the gems.
Exactly, they're the real deal.
People that make life worth living, the ones that mean what they say.
Right, right. And there's very few of those in the world.
Well, there's enough to go round.
Right on.
Honest. Go get one. It's good for your image.
Now, who is going to be playing you? Has there been a cast yet?
Well, I mean, for a laugh, I slung out Jason Timberlake.
Justin.
And he sort of apparently took it serious. Which is a problem.
Right, right.
Maybe not. Because from what I've heard, he'd love to do it.
Right, right.
He'd love to play a young Johnny Rotten. Hysterical, that one. Jason, act ugly.
Right.
But, no, apparently he said he'd do it, but he wouldn't want me on the set.
Really?
Yeah.
Well, he'd be nervous or something?
No, I don't know. Maybe it's just because he hates me.
He hates you, but he would love to play you.
Well, why not? It'd do his career a bit of good, wouldn't it?
Yeah, right on.
Look. The dolly has humanity.
Oh, man. Now...
It might kick some life in him.
Yeah.
The idea of combining a film about brassic honesty with brassic cheek.
Right. Just as long as he doesn't do anything for the soundtrack, it'll be okay.
It's him or James Earl Jones.
Yeah, right. There you go. Now there's a acting challenge.
Well, yes, isn't it? A huge fat black man can play a teenage Johnny Rotten. Pull it off. We're talking a good movie.
Exactly. Oh, that's great. Now, when all is said and done in 50 years from now, how do you think you'll be best remembered?
How will I best be remembered? Yeah, he wouldn't go away. Look, we tried.
Yeah, no matter how hard they tried, you always were there.
I swear, I'm not going anywhere but where I want.
That's right, man.
That includes the grave.
That's right, and that's what I personally respect about you so much, man, is that you've defied everything, and you're still there, and you're still here.
Yeah, and hurt no one.
That's right, you never hurt anybody.
How shocking, yeah, I'm nihilistic and corrupt. It's great, isn't it?
Right.
Well, hello, you're more than welcome to Michael Jackson.
Right.
Right?
Yeah, exactly.
He's good for the kids.
Exactly. See, all you have to do is sit back and let the proof be in the pudding.
Yeah.
That's it, man. And someday the rest of the world's going to realize what you stood for and say, holy shit, he was right all these years.
I don't know if that's true or not. I might be completely wrong.
Well, that's still up to see, because there's a ton of people...
Yes, but everything is debatable, and this is my whole point in life.
Right on.
You can't discuss these things when, you're getting it wrong.
That's true, and if there was never...
Anything that raises a question to the way you live and why you make decisions is only to your benefit.
Right.
And if you can't back up what you believe, well, then your belief is wrong.
True indeed.
You should change that. You should always be open to change.
Right.
It's not a bad thing. It's called progress.
Exactly.
But anyone who expects me to think the same as I did at 13 is sorely mistaken.
Right.
They're missing the point. I am a human.
Right. Do you think people forget that sometimes?
Yes, I do. Yes, I do. They put about as much attention into and focus into me as they would one of those silly wind-up dolls.
Right.
Cuckoo, Anarchy, 12 o'clock.
Now, I've always...
No, all right. But it's just an aside. Somebody has suggested putting out anarchy cuckoo clocks.
That would be cool.
If you think so.
Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Challenging one that is.
Now,
but if that's what the young rebels want, is an anarchy cuckoo clock, well, who am I to deny them the pleasure? Cuckoo, anarchy, cuckoo.
There you go. Countdown to anarchy.
Yep.
Cool. Now, I, like so many others, always appreciated your ideology and respected a lot of things that you've stood for through the years. Now, if you could change become God for a day and change the world, what would be the perfect world?
I wouldn't. That's up to other people. If I came on with an attitude like that, I would be pompous and ludicrous. The change is something you do inside yourself, and it isn't for me to tell anybody to be another way. But when they try to be me in particular, that's when I have a comment. Right.
And there's so many...
Well, I'm sorry, but my smelly underwear is my smelly underwear.
That's awesome.
Leave it alone.
There's so many Xerox copies of Johnny Rotten running around.
Well, there's not much use for them because the real one's ready and waiting.
That's right, man. And you're still kicking ass and you're still doing your thing, man. And that's freaking commendable.
Use Charmin. Best toilet paper in the world.
Now, here you have the whole legacy behind
you. It's a little lesson. I may be a punk, but I've got a soft bottom.
There you go. Now, you have this whole legacy behind.
And that Levine bird is more than welcome to rub it clean any time she likes. That's as close to punk as she'll ever get.
Oh, that's great.
Out my arsehole.
That's great. That's classic. Oh, man. Now, at this point of your life, with this legacy behind you and of course, Pill and Sex Pistols and your solo work, what are your goals?
Legacy? I'll tell you my legacy. I'd have to have both legs missing before I would not go on stage. I've got one of those little weak milksops that have a boo-boo on their ankle and cancel a gig. Like that here.
Right. Exactly. What are your goals now? Like, what does the future hold for you?
Who knows?
Right on.
I'm happy that I even get listened to. I've got to say that. That is a reward in itself.
Right.
Right?
True indeed.
And I'm just lucky that I fell into the music thing. But I don't know. Whatever I'd be into, I'd be loud about it.
Right. You always had a confrontational...
That's completely clear. I've never been at a loss for words.
So you always been a confrontational person, standing up for what you believed in.
Unfortunately, that does lead to confrontation, yes. But nobody has the right to tell me what I should and shouldn't do according to their personal taste.
Right on.
As long as I harm no one, leave me alone.
True indeed. And you haven't, like you said, you haven't ever harmed anybody.
No, and I'm not in it for that.
Right.
Not at all. We don't need that stuff. That's how we become divided.
Right.
It's
true, man.
Bust us up and we'll turn on you. There's a difference. That to me then is defense.
That's true. And you've always been...
I never sit on defense.
Right, you're always on the offense. Cool.
Get off the fence.
Exactly. So now you're going to be coming here August 21st.
Yeah, it should be hilarious. I wonder if Mr. Hilfiger will turn up.
Yeah, right? That'll be cool.
It's a hilarious name to give that pile of concrete, isn't it?
I know, Tommy Hilfiger, Jones Beach Theater.
It's a bit of a mouthful. Well, by the time I finish yelling, you won't be remembering it as the Hilfiger Memorial. Well, maybe you will.
Very cool.
All right, it's a good way to start a tour because there's nothing to break.
That's right? Everything's concrete.
Yes.
Solid rock.
And a wall of mosquitoes coming off the river.
Very cool. Well,
All right?
I appreciate you taking the time. It means a lot to me, man. I'm a huge fan. I think you're freaking awesome.
Cheers. Well, look, you put a face to it, and if you come, say hello.
Oh, definitely. I appreciate that.
I'm not one to make myself shy.
Okay. All right. Great.
I like to know who I'm talking to.
Yeah, very good. That'll be awesome.
Thing.
I look forward to that.
All right?
Thank you, Johnny.
Cheers.
Take care.